Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. And we're live, and I'm back.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jack, the storyteller for In Grover Green. Final Show Films, Changeling the Lost Chronicle with the New World of Darkness. We are back. Especially John, who hasn't been here for a while, so I'll let him introduce himself first.
I'm John, and I'm playing Nero Phyrus, the Elemental Fireheart, who presumably was not smothered in his sleep at some point.
No, he was actually left very much alone and peacefully to do his own thing. Surprisingly
Beyond
enough.
being locked in the back of
I
it.
thought about drawing a mustache on you.
There were
Oh, I
ideas.
missed my opportunity. Okay, never mind.
I was gonna say,
have.
Damn it!
Doesn't this
So
still have
hard.
some color changing hair dye
That would have been beautiful.
also William is here.
or beard hair dye?
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Phage, the Ogre Gristle Grinder, who has an item in their inventory that could have been used during this 2-episode period that I completely forgot about.
You had it.
The
Oh,
mustache.
Holly.
I'm Holly. I'm playing Lark, Beast Wing.
And Raphael.
Hi, I'm Raphael, and I'm playing Neofly, the Darkling Night Singer.
And Aaron.
hi, I'm Erin, and I am playing Mira, the Ferris playmate Karugan. I always fuck up this one specifically.
That's okay.
I was gonna say, one of these days you're gonna get it right.
I just like
I have
hi.
faith in you,
I
Aaron.
just like hi. I'm
That
playing
would
Aaron.
require me pronouncing Karugan correctly.
It was very good. Yeah.
Really,
I just like hi. I'm Aaron. I'm playing dog sounds.
If I ever have a Kenku, my Kenku will speak exclusively in animal sounds.
Beautiful. I'm Mara, and I'm playing Lys, the Wizened Oracle.
and as our last diversion, from a biological perspective, you could assume that all human speech is technically animal sounds. All right, and Jeremy.
Hello, I'm Jesus Christ, Jack. I'm Jeremy. I am playing Adele Elizabeth Hamilton, Darkling Graveheart.
Jack with the best transitions.
And to start us off this evening, many things have been happening in Baltimore, most of which has currently been ensconced around the concept of the Autumn Court Samhain Festival, which everyone was in attendance to, except for Nero, who was slightly elsewhere at the time. But you guys were introduced to certain assigned companions for the evening before everything pretty much went to shit. Which is sort of what's going to be setting the stage for tonight's episode of In Grover Green. But for the current moment, you all are invested in a semi-terrifying circumstances scattered throughout this middle school when the school's PA system clicks on. Good evening, Hoyas. This is DJ Utzel. gentleman who watches your every movement and passes judgment on all you do and say. Currently, I'm observing the struggles of the motley unlikely. Very appropriate indeed. Unlikely to succeed, unlikely to endure, unlikely to survive. I would sooner wager my family treasures on a jellyfish crossing the Sahara than on these hapless changelings. But that, I suppose, is the way of death and nature.
What a dick.
And then the PA says,
fuck you too.
which is off. But we're starting with Nero. You arrived late to Booker T. Washington Middle School.
Be right back.
There was a single parking spot available. The parking lot attendants waved you in, directed you to the empty location. And then you opened the door, stepped outside.
By open the door, you mean turned off the motorcycle that I have? Because my car is a motorcycle.
Oh, that's right. You did get a motorcycle.
My
For some
car
reason, I thought you were. For some reason, I thought you were relegated to driving the motley minivan. But no, that's
I
true.
have a motorcycle.
There is a motorcycle at your disposal. So you get off your motorcycle, step out. You know this is the place. Roll me a wits and composure.
Right off the bits composure. Almost 3 successes.
All right. So you notice a couple things that are clearly evident, given that this is a middle school that you were directed to. The exterior lights are on. The interior lights seem to all be off. And the front door, at least, is locked. From the outside, with a padlock and a very heavy chain.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a thing.
Were the parking lot attendants changelings or
They seem to be mortals.
mortals?
They're not there right now.
Okay. Just because what would I have been told would have been appropriate or inappropriate to bring with me?
You were supposed to show up in formal wear. It's a social event, and formal wear for changelings is usually hedge-spun plus.
So I'm in my normal attire. Okay.
Probably.
Okay. I will. So the front door is locked. I'll just sort of like reach up and like just look at. I just like grab and sort of look at the lock on it just to see if it's an actual
Standard
lock.
master lock. It's an
Okay.
actual lock.
Okay. Listen at the door, see if there's anything actually going on inside.
Give me another wits and composure -1 for this one, since you're trying to listen through a locked door.
Two successes.
Fairly quiet, and then you hear a remote kind of shriek from what sounds like a young human person inside somewhere.
This lock is coming off this door at some either by me picking it or shooting it off.
Okay. What you gonna try first?
I will reach into my vest and spend a glamour to pull out a set of lockpicks.
All right.
And try to pick the lock.
Sounds good. Give me a dexterity and larceny.
Do I get any sort of modifiers for having lockpicks?
I'll give you a +1.
Rather than a bobby pin. 3 successes.
Click, click, click. Boing! That thing is open.
Alright.
And as you pick the lock, you pull your summoned tools back out, and you're holding a pair of pine needles.
Yep. Just sort of let them fall to the ground.
Okay.
Because I believe that happens whenever I use things from my vest, doesn't it? They just sort of turn into other
it usually just transform into something rust, paper, other shit.
So I will remove the lock and chain and open the door.
Okay. Unilluminated school hallways greet you. There's things posted on the walls, signage, directories. The sound that you heard seemed to have come from further in. It's dark though.
I pull out my phone, turn on the flashlight app, and head in.
All right.
Trying to find the
As
source
you
of the scream that I
continue
heard.
inside, you can. There's a number of cross halls that begin to lead off to different directions. You stop at each intersection, listen. Don't hear anything at the first one. As you head down to the second one, you hear what sounds like a shuffling and sort of sniffling off to the left-hand side.
Flashlight?
It's still kind of quiet. You don't see anything immediately, just lockers. There's a water fountain, looks like, poking out a little ways down. A little further down, sign for some bathrooms, that sort of thing. It would probably take some further investigation.
Yes, I will further investigate to try to find what the sounds that I am trying to find.
Okay. Give me a resolve and investigation, then.
Investigate. 3 successes.
Proceeding a little further down the hallway, you will almost trip over probably about a 12-year-old boy, crouched down. He's wearing cargo shorts and a gray polo shirt. He's cowering almost, it looks like, in between a bank of lockers and the water fountain. As soon as he sees the light come around, he sort of shrinks back but looks up at you. And then seeing you, relaxes a little bit, almost like you weren't what he was expecting.
I will crouch down. Hey, kid. Hey. Come on.
There's things in the hall. And the doors are all locked and I couldn't find anywhere else to hide.
Here. I'll hold my hand out to him. Here, I've got the front door open. Get out of here.
I don't know you. Who are you?
Nero. I'm a cop.
As soon as you say I'm a cop, he kind of glances up and his eyes kind of brighten a little bit. My dad's a cop. Where's your ID?
I don't have it on me. Actually, no, I don't say that. I reach into my vest, spend a point of glamour, and pull out my old cop badge.
Okay. Actually, this kid's gonna have to roll something for that.
They don't have names
then.
on them. They just have numbers.
This is true. I will use somebody else's sheet for this.
I keep forgetting I have a vest that is very useful.
Yes, you do. Okay, here we go. Let me see.
We're back.
That's my dad's badge number.
Yes.
I give this kid a quizzical look because I don't have a son.
Why do you have my dad's badge?
That's sure it's your dad's badge.
Are you sure you're? Yeah.
I say putting it away. What's your dad's name?
John Carver.
I sort of stare at him for a second, blinking. This is weird.
Yeah.
I point out in the hallway. The front door's unlocked if you just want to run for it.
Okay. He stands up, steps down to the corner. That's not where the front door is.
I just came from there.
Then you came from somewhere else because that's a hallway.
Can I tell if this kid is actually a kid?
Give me either wits and weird or intelligence and weird. One of the two.
It'll be wits. Okay, I can select weird as a thing now.
Yeah.
Yup.
We can?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
You guys haven't seen every time that I do that?
4 successes.
No. I've been doing
Seems
it
to
manually.
be a kid.
Seems to be a kid.
Yeah. I mean, looks like a kid.
Okay. I look down the hallway. Has the hallway changed? Apparently.
Yes, it has.
Okay. Where am I now? If not where I was.
It seems to just, as you look back down, it looks like another school hallway. Just there's no door at the end. It just tees into a standard wall.
All right, something fucky's going on. I say, swooping the flashlight around to try to find a different way out.
There's about 4 directions you could go at this point.
Yeah.
Further down the hall, left, right, or backwards.
I'll aim the flashlight back at him. You know where we're at?
Well, this is my classroom, so we're on the 3rd floor, and stairs are that way, and there's an exit sign there if you think we can just get out, but everything's been locked that I've found.
Let's try to find a door. Lead the way.
Okay. Stairs, I guess?
Sure.
Okay. And he will start walking down.
I will keep
Oh.
pace with him.
Quick transition then. Phage and Liss.
Ugh. Yep.
So you guys are in the auditorium with what seems like a potential one of your keepers rattling the doorknob.
hmm
Phage, you just got grappled by a vine of some sorts with thorns on it. Liss, you have Nora on one hand, Ava on the other, and you're running towards the paint room. Or
Yes.
what they designated was the paint room.
hmm
The door is on just a kind of a push bar. And as you open it, the interior is dark, of course. There are no lights on.
hmm
What do you do?
I'm gonna try and I haven't been able when I've done my flashlight on my phone before, has it illuminated anything? Or is it still
Mhm.
kind of the same? Okay.
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
it's not great, but it's a light source.
Okay. I'm gonna mostly close the door because I don't want light going through, and I'm gonna look around. I'm trying to find, I don't know, a way, like if there's an emergency exit in the back of, like if this is a theater, there's usually like another emergency exit out, especially if there's a lot of paint
Mhm.
around. So I'm
Right.
looking for that, and I'm looking for any I don't know, red paint that I can grab like a bucket of
Okay.
and a paintbrush.
Give me a wits and investigation -1.
Okay. One success.
Okay, so you're flashing your light around trying to find something, and you don't see anything that looks like an exit right now, but you have found a shelf with a series of paint cans on it.
Okay.
And so you're going through and you're looking for, you said, a red one?
Yeah, red
Okay.
and a paintbrush.
All right. You feel a tug on your clothes, and one of them, you're not entirely sure which. Liz?
Yeah? What?
What is your defense?
It is 3.
Okay. Two things attack you
Okay.
in the darkness. You feel something sharp scrape across your arm that doesn't actually hit, and then something else tags you somewhere in the face, and you feel a fluid running down your cheek. Take 2 lethal damage.
Okay.
You've also dropped your phone, and everything is dark now.
All right. Now I think I'm getting to a point where I have to remember how to mark health. So
you just
lethal,
click the boxes.
Bashing moves over, right?
Right. Bashing will
Okay.
move over.
Mhm.
Lethal will be an X. Bashing is a slash.
Yep. Okay. So
Phage.
I'm at
Mhm.
-1 on bashing.
Okay. There is a woody, sharp vine that is lashed around your lower leg. And you can still hear that kind of thump, rattle, as whatever it is outside is apparently testing this door, just sort of muddling about with it.
Shite. I need to pull myself free.
Okay. Either strength and athletics or dexterity and athletics, whether you're going for just trying to break it or you're trying to pry it off and slip free.
There's only one choice between those two. And I will toss a glamour into this for an extra point of strength for the roll.
Oh, all right.
3 successes.
And you reach down and brace yourself and just yank back as hard as you can. And with a sound like the break of an actual metallic link in a chain, the vine snaps. The roots and the thorns are still wrapped rather tightly around your shin, but it's in 2 pieces now, and you're free to move.
Shit. All right, back to what I was doing, which was grabbing as many of the flats and pieces of set dressing that have been scattered around this theater and piling as many of them as I can in front of that door.
Okay, so you grab whatever you can in your 2 hands. It's mostly lightweight materials, so you're able to grab a fair bit of it, but you don't know exactly how much resistance is going to provide for anything that's trying to break against it, but it is better than nothing, and you just cram as much as you can up underneath the bar of the door so that you can do your best to brace it against what's been created. Give me a wits and composure -1 as you're doing this.
Wits, composure, -1. No successes.
Okay, so you're just focused entirely on trying to brace this thing in, and as you do, there's a jolt as the door sort of cracks open just a little bit, and you see a single long white finger, almost ivory in its material, pry through and just sort of scrape along the inside of the door, a good foot away from your face, but still way too close for comfort.
There's like,
give me a resolve and composure -3, because you recognize your keeper's hand when you see it.
I'm gonna spend the willpower, make that a flat resolving composure.
Okay.
3 successes.
All right. You manage to maintain control of your psyche for the moment, and you can choose what to do in this circumstance.
In this particular case, I believe the answer is. It's a very good question. Ugh. She's going to retreat back to the next room and proceed to barricade it with whatever is in the next room.
Okay, so you get about halfway there, and you hear a scream from both of the girls who are in the paint room with Liz.
Double time it.
Okay. All right. You burst in. It's a very dark room. The only illumination is from Liz's phone, where it's sort of face down on the floor, casting just a faint little bit of a glow. You think you can, as you sort of peel around the corner, you think you can see the glint as well from a light switch panel that's just on the inside.
I try and flick that light.
Okay. The lights come on, and you can see the girls there kind of cowering in one side with blood on their hands. There's a number of nails on the floor, and Liz is just sort of has her hands to her face in front of a shelf of paint as you flick the lights on.
You three
So
all
the
right?
two of
Ow.
Liz, the room is completely dark.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ow. 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 I'm trying to grab for, because I know the girls were next to me. I think I may have like dropped their hands when I went searching for paint.
You did.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and grab for them and pull them closer, because there's something in here and it might get them. So
Okay.
I'm trying to.
So Liz is kind of reaching for the girls. You can see there's a 10-penny nail just sticking out of the socket of her one good eye.
Liz, you've been struck by a nail, girl.
And you're seeing as well, Phage, a number of thorny vines sort of retreating back into the walls. The drywall and paneling has been punctured and broken in a few places, and these vines are just sort of curling their way away from the light back into these dark holes in the wall itself.
All right. Girls, you know way out from here. Exits, come on.
We can, there's the other room, and you can see a side door that's leading into what looks like sort of a half-done combination lumber room / green room.
Okay.
That's the only other exit from this room currently.
Is there a way out from there? Any other rooms to head out through?
That's the way to like make up in dressing rooms, and there's another exit that way.
Let's get going. Come on, Liz. And I try and reach down and try and help her up to her feet.
So you feel a large hand, Liz, that sort of reaches out and brushes across your.
What?
Liz, we're getting out of here. Come on.
I can't see anything.
You might be because you got a nail in your eye.
Okay. Okay.
I'm afraid I'm not a medic. We need to find Mira if we're gonna try and get that looked at.
Yep.
Don't say
Paint.
that.
I was getting paint. Uh, I'm grabbing then for. Do you have them? And I'm like looking around for the paint can that I had. I'm not leaving it. Looking around with my hands.
Feeling.
Give me a wits and composure -3 list.
If I see she's reaching for a paint can, I'll try and slide it into her grip.
That is 3. One success.
All right, you grab a paint can.
Okay.
You are assuming it's the right one.
All right. Grab that. Okay. You're is it did the barricade work? Are we
No, so we need to move fast.
okay. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. I'm gonna follow you.
Alright.
And I'm
trying
to
lead you
listen
toward the next
for
room.
any sort of
All right.
thing I can
So you're
follow up with.
escorting. So you're escorting the girls first, and then Liz, and then you're kind of bringing up the rear phage. As you pass through the room, Ava goes through and is just trying to keep her progress. Nora right behind, and then Liz. And then as you step through, the door frame itself just fractures as a number of thorny, heavy vines lash out towards you. What's your defense?
1.
Okay. Let's see how these two do. First, you're able to dodge out of the way of the first one. The second one, though, just lashes these razor-sharp vines across your shoulders and arms. You take 3 lethal damage.
All right.
And before you're able to sneak to finally slip through and slam the door behind you, shielding yourself away from these assaulting bits of plant tendril that seem rather intent on stripping the flesh from your bones. What's your total health at right now? Are you into negatives yet?
No. I am the tankiest motherfucker in this group.
Yeah, I just wanted to check. Okay.
I'm at the edge. If I take 1 more point of damage, I'll be at -1. But
Phage has all the health. I have all the defense.
Right. Okay, then. And go ahead and give me a resolve and composure. Let's see, there's 1, 2, -3.
who, me?
Yep.
Fade is not. This is not the time to break down. So she's going to spend another willpower on that one.
Okay.
2 successes.
Okay. You're able to sort of keep yourself in check, white knuckling, but you have taken some damage, and there is definitely some bloody flesh at your disposal should you need it. 3 pieces, actually, currently.
Faye's just kind of, bloody hell, I need something to eat.
There's the fridge, says Nora, pointing at a refrigerator that's sitting in the corner.
Oh yeah, I
Why
have
is-
armor now. Oh well.
Why is there a fridge here?
This is the break room. We have snacks and shit. And stuff. And
Shit.
stuff. She
I-
sort of... Because you guys are the inspection board.
Shite. I wish I had time, but I don't.
Well, you want like a drink or something? Everybody should have a drink or something. She is obviously trying very hard not to look at Liz, who is quite clearly bleeding from her one good eye socket.
Yep.
A piece of metal sticking out of it.
Feel bad.
Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe Gluttonous Feast of Health takes like 10 minutes.
It takes 10 minutes. Yes, it does.
don't have the amount of time that I need right now.
We need to keep
Should we
moving.
at least grab some things?
Yes, just bloody hell, just grab everything you can, and we need to move.
She grabs like a generic brand soda and pulls. There's a small bag of apples in there that she hands to Ava. There's a couple other things. There's a few jars of pickles and stuff. If you want to carry anything.
Yeah, she'll just like walk over and sweep as much as she can carry into her arms.
Okay. I mean, it's a fairly well-stocked fridge with basically spoilables and stuff. And she's like, and there's some bags of chips in that cabinet too, if you want to.
Yeah, I could use that right now. And she opens.
There's
She
a
just grabs one of the bags.
on the door.
And we're leaving.
Liz, well, you've been gathering food, is attempting to, with the paint, put some kind of, because it's a doorway, right? It's a threshold into another place, and so she's trying to seal off the doorway with, any sort of symbol or method that she knows from her, occult knowledge. I'm trying to paint a lock.
Do you have any contracts that would actually do that?
I don't know if artifice would help with this. Let me check real quick.
Okay. While Liz is trying to finger paint something,
I have a
we'll
paintbrush.
shift over. No, you didn't find a paintbrush.
Oh, I didn't find that. I just found the paint. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, unless you have one in your pockets, which you gave me a list of, so roll back through that.
No, I don't.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can finger paint.
Mhm.
We are shifting over now to Adele and Neofly.
Okay.
So Adele,
Uh-huh.
you've got an active improvised aerosol flamethrower
Correct.
and a number of thorny mauled kittens that are leaping at you currently.
And I should be clear, for future use, because this flamethrower is not going to last, a switchblade in my clutch.
And a switchblade in your clutch. Yes, you do.
I feel like you're trying to hassle in on my territory a little bit here, Jeremy.
So give me
I mean, you weren't there to be a flamethrower, so somebody did.
That's very valid. Give me a dexterity and weaponry -1 for the improvised nature.
Okay.
Flamethrower is probably going to deal 2 damage, so a net +1 to your dice pool, just as you're trying to sort of lay down an area of denial, so their defense isn't
Dexterity
necessary.
plus weaponry +1.
Yes,
Correct. I am going to spend a willpower on this
Okay.
because I want these little fluffy demons to burn.
All right then.
Why is it? Oh, because it's on.
I'll do that.
Oh, it's on attack. Okay. Dexterity. That would be +4 then. 3 successes.
All right, so you just spray down as they're leaping at you this torrent of fire. And you're right, it doesn't last for long. It lasts for about a stroke and a backstroke before it finally peters out. But there is a large amount of on-fire kitten now snapping and rumbling in a ball of rage at your feet. They seem to be a little bit disoriented, definitely enough to give you a window to head down the staircase if you wanted to follow the other
Oh
three.
no, she is following Stephen Lynch's advice, and she is killing fucking kittens.
All right. Well, they are hissing and snapping at both each other and anything that gets within reach. But they do seem to be taking some damage from this fire, at least.
Good.
You just put that song in my head, Jeremy.
Wonderful. Excellent. So she rips the switchblade out of her purse.
Okay.
And opens it up and just starts stabbing, screaming as she does so.
Oh,
So
no.
Neofly, as you have your gun out with the other two on your heels as you're heading down the staircase, I believe it was, right? Yeah, you just hear a whoosh and then a rage scream from your motley mate who is on the other side of this door. So it's a little muffled, not nearly as loud as it would be otherwise, but that's what you hear behind you.
Okay, in the back of my in my mind, I'm just seeing like I just think, well, I think she might be having a little bit of fun. And then the first thing that I do before exiting into the exit way where the person we're trying to follow is, I just look down at the kids and I just ask them, do you guys have phones with flashlights on them?
Almost immediately. Yeah, 2 phones are out, LEDs are on, and you are greeted by a slightly narrow view given the beam of light that your average smartphone LED will cast.
Okay.
Of it's whatever you get when you mash up an emergency exit staircase with an abattoir.
Okay.
Just covered in bloody handprints, streaks of viscera, and there's an immediate shriek from Carter and Harper both as they see this sort of terrifying vista before them.
Okay.
The walls are kind of painted. I mean, there's still wall that you can see, but the all the vertical surfaces kind of very well covered.
Okay.
Looking like the worst parts of Z Nation.
Huh. Okay. I just try to be like, all right, kids, calm down. Let's just, what I need you to do. One pointing your flashlight to the left, the other pointing your flashlight to the right, and stay close to me. Put your hands on my coat as I pull out my phone, and I just have it pull out the flashlight app and just have it pointing to the front. So basically, it would be I think it would be this position where the flashlight on bottom and gun on top, and so I just stay close to me, and don't let go.
Hey. We're right here.
All right. Now we need to be quiet. And all right. He takes a deep breath and okay, let's go. And he just starts slowly walking down the stairs to reach the exit. To reach the door.
Give me a dexterity and stealth.
Okay. Okay. I forget. Do I get a 9 again on this roll because I'm using stealth, or is that for another?
Let me see if what the Darkling standard blessing there is. Yes, you do get 9 agains on all stealth rolls as a Darkling. Yep.
Okay, cool. And just for safe measure, I'm going to be spending a willpower for this.
Okay. So +3 modifier to your dice pool as well.
Yep. 1 success.
Okay.
Good thing you got those 3 extra dice.
So you, as quietly as you can, but still trying to carry sort of and lead 2 very nervous and traumatized middle schoolers with you at the time, as quietly as possible, begin to make your way down to the bottom of the stairs. Adele, I want you to give me a weaponry attack with your switchblade. And -2 for the defense of a fey kitten.
Okay. Another willpower spin.
It's a great phrase.
Fun. Yeah, it's 1 damage.
All right.
How
So
much
yeah, you
health
stack.
can a fey kitten have?
Oh, you impale a burning, shrieking oil paint based kitten on the blade of your knife.
Is it a calico
and
version?
This one's kind of a tabby. And it, as you shank down into it with ferocity and fury, there's a rather strangled gasp as it stops moving and just whoosh, burns to entire ash at that point, and is a sort of a little pile of smoldering matter on the floor. There's probably 2 more that are still here and kicking that are going to try and have at you.
Try and fuck me up. Go for it.
Yep, they're going to give it a shot. So 2 bites on the incoming.
Okay.
What's your defense?
2.
2?
Yep.
All right. It's a -2 on the first one.
You have the same defense as a fey kitten.
I do.
Aw.
-1 the second. They both miss you.
Excellent.
You also have the same strength as a fey kitten.
Yes, I do. Adele has many good qualities about her. Strength and sanity are not 2 of them.
So are you saying that Adele is secretly a fake kitten?
Adele
Because
may
that
very
would be
well.
the best plot twist.
Adele does share many similarities with fey kittens.
You're bringing it around to another round of combat. You get another swipe with your knife.
All right. I mean, as far as she's concerned, she's fighting for her life, so we'll just spend all the willpower.
Okay.
So that would be
Note to self: never go to another
-2
autumn
plus
court
3.
party ever.
God damn it!
Okay, and they're going to hit out at you as well.
Yep.
First one gets a -1, which is another miss. Second one does not have. Whoop, that one didn't roll. You take 1 lethal damage as these thorny little nasty teeth just clamp down on your shin and definitely make some holes in your clothing and your flesh.
All right, I'm at a -1 now.
Okay. And you get another attack.
How much damage have you guys taken over the course of this night?
That is
I think we took 4 bashing from the
that is my
Zeppelin
5th
exploding.
I
level
crashed
damage.
an
If I'm
airplane.
not mistaken. Yeah, she destroyed the Zeppelin.
I will end these little furry demons. Oh, shit. So let's see, that's +3.
I see. This is
It
post-crash.
automatically calculates the health penalty.
Any penalties from your health, yeah. Mhm.
We did pretty good in that crash. It was only a
That's
moderate
1 dead
crash.
fucking kitten, I hope.
Yes.
And with a
10-1,
just
10-1.
horrific slash of murderous rage, you apparently end the last of these surviving kittens that may be, There's just ash and fur and the nasty smoldering smell of paint and burnt cat.
Rolled 3
Ew.
10s and 2 1s
Yep.
on a dice roll of 3.
Yep.
Good.
So yeah, she sort of stands up, does sort of the final girl, like, pull hair back, just sit there for a moment, and then knocks on the door.
That was
Which
actually dice roll
wasn't
of two.
locked. And
That's
yeah,
too, yeah.
yep.
Got him.
Yeah, you told them to run, so you're not really
Yes.
anticipating that anybody's going to answer on the
No,
other
but
side.
I don't know.
You'll-
I don't know where they ran to. It could be a closet for all I know.
Yeah. Well, no, they had told you this was the stairs, and you had
Oh,
confirmed
that's right,
that at
that's
least
right.
visually before you went to
All right.
go all Buffy on these all improv Buffy on these demon headshots. Yep.
It would have been a lot
Sounds
easier
good.
if I could have gotten that fire axe. Oh well.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I
Okay.
will open the door and start
Okay.
following out.
And you
Limp
can
my
see.
way along.
Yep. Yeah. You as you're gimping your way down, you're feeling kind of a wet, sticky liquid in patches as you start to feel your way down this staircase towards the glow of light that you can see a little ways down. Still jittering, as you can obviously tell that they are continuing the retreat.
Is that you, Adele?
Yep.
Okay.
All of the kittens are no more an issue.
Good.
And we shift once again now to Lark and Mira. So the pair of you in your separate areas of this ruined, cavernous, very dark area that you're trying to navigate now. Lark, you have Emma in your arms, still unconscious apparently, having fallen down at least a story or two of ruined interior structure. As you're you're trying to feel your way around and avoid falling down any other collapsed pits of rubble as you're navigating your way towards what sounds like a distant shriek somewhere that you had heard. Emma begins to stir a little bit, seemingly coming back to consciousness as you make your way. What's happened?
It's okay. You've been injured. I'm trying to get us to safety.
I fell.
Yes.
Where are we going?
Honestly, I'm not sure right now.
Okay. Mira, you're there with Olivia, who is sort of cradling their injured hand. When are we gonna get out?
We won't get out at all if we don't keep moving, but I don't know for sure.
Okay. Do you know where everybody else is?
Hopefully we can find them. We need to head to wherever the emergency outside meeting place is. It seems like something big happened. Right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
What do
okay.
they tell you to do in emergencies?
We go and it's two stories down, and then try and go through the stairs. Everything's but and no elevators.
Okay. Then we're going to remain calm and do what they tell us to, right?
Who was that voice on the loudspeaker?
I don't know.
Well, I think the stairs are where that sign's at.
Mhm. Heading that way. I'm probably like holding her to some extent, like the like arm around the shoulder or escort the child posture.
Okay. Give me a manipulation and empathy, let's say. -2 for the injured state, and slightly panicked aspect of.
All right. I think I may get 9 again on these. Give me a second. Oh no, my thing is glamour related, so just manipulation, empathy -2.
All right. Yeah, because
0 successes.
okay. Yeah, because Olivia's not feeling her most acquiescent at this point, and she is definitely on the verge of panic. You can tell, as she sort of shrinks against you and lets you lead her down the rough and rubble strewn. There's fallen material, bricks and mortar. There's the occasional spark of some severed or damaged electrical conduits from where the drop ceilings have been collapsed through, and you're trying to navigate through an unpleasant and definitely hazardous damaged structure.
All right.
And Emma sort of kind of is trying to reach down, and she seems to be trying to get you, Lark, to put her down.
Do you think you can walk?
I can try. Probably better than you.
All right, she's going to gently put her down.
Okay. Okay, well, where exactly are we headed, Lark?
I don't know. This is your school.
Appreciate the vote of confidence. Well, okay. Let's try, I don't know. How many stories down do we go?
How many stories did you say? It was like 1 or 2?
You initially had been on what you thought was the first floor. So the fact that you have fallen through that Emma fell through at least 1 or 2 stories definitely makes you think that you are not sure how the structure has been modified, or if you're even in the same place.
Does the school have a basement?
Yeah.
Okay, we're probably there.
Okay. But where is the basement leading into then? Because, I mean, and you hear her kick a rock, which definitely rattles down into a hole and then pings off what sounds like several metallic parts of whatever building or area that you're in, down a few more stories even.
All right. She's gonna try to like grab Emma by the hand.
You sort of reach out and try and grab Emma's hand. Emma kind of jerks back reflexively with a little bit of startled reaction. Huh?
I'm just trying to grab hold of you in case we come to any sudden drops.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, because that went really well last time. But you do have hold of her hand currently.
Okay. All right, and she's just going to continue towards where she heard that noise.
Okay. Moving then back towards Nero and Logan. So you guys are trying to push down through this unfamiliar area that Logan has informed you, Nero, is apparently somewhere in the upper levels of the building. And as you guys go down through the areas, you're starting to see it feels like there's an after hours school suffering a power outage. You've passed through a couple lights, passed by a couple panels of light switches, none of which seem to respond. There's low light kind of emergency illumination, and the occasional exit sign that you lead to. The first one that you come to seems to be a staircase, but the door's locked.
Okay, so flipping a couple switches. Logan, right?
Yeah.
Where would do you have any idea where the breaker room would be in this building?
Like for utilities?
Yeah, it'd be utilities. In janitor's closet, maybe. The janitor's office.
I mean, well, that's downstairs, I think.
Okay. I need to try to get downstairs.
Maybe by like one of the offices or.
Okay. I'll head over towards the door. And you said it's locked?
Yes.
I will pull out another pair of lockpicks and go to town.
Okay. All right. Give me a dexterity larceny, +1 for the lockpicks.
Larceny. +1. 2 successes.
Okay. You're able to pop open the door, and as you push it open, there's a stair in front of you, and then you know that sort of iconic glance down, and it's just as you look down, there's the first stair, and then the rest of it is just destroyed rubble, looking like Godzilla has taken a claw through the side of this building. You can see down the stairs, but it's all rebar and structure damage. The occasional electrical flash, and that sort of exterior wind that'll sweep up and down a destroyed corridor, looking kind of like something out of the upper parts of Fallout. When you're going through these destroyed buildings that have suffered something akin to nuclear warfare.
So, looking down the destroyed stairs, I look back at Logan. What the hell is going on here?
I don't know. We were supposed to... At the power went out, everything shifted. I mean, and we're supposed to be showing the inspectors. so you guys can do your school thing and see how our our school stuff yeah. I don't know.
Okay. How many other kids are there in this building? No?
Like right now, 25. Yeah.
Okay.
A bunch of us were coming in for extra credit. We were gonna be able to. It was.
Okay. So first we need to figure out how to get down. I say looking down the stairs. Where is there? Is there another set of stairs that we can use? You know where they are at?
Maybe, but I mean, was there like a terrorist attack or something?
I don't know. I walked in on the first floor and ended up on the third floor somehow. I don't know what's going on.
You are okay. Well, I thought, and you're getting a very sort of disillusioned look from someone who you get the idea has probably been told that adults are supposed to be helpful during situations like this, and is unsure of why things are not going as well as he had been assured they would if anything this bad ever happened to him.
Why is this fake cop lying to me about emergency procedures?
So I'm just gonna sort of turn back to him, crouch down, so that we're sort of on eye level. How? He looks like he's about 12 years old or so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look, kid. Weird things are happening right now. And if we're gonna get out of this and find the rest of your friends and get them out of this as well, I'm going to need your help. Okay?
Okay.
We're going to have to help each other. Now, you know where the next set of stairs are from here. Because I can probably climb down this, but I couldn't climb down this with you.
We can. Other side of this level, like 2 halls, and over sort of where the ceramics class does all their stuff.
Okay. So let's start heading that way. All right?
Yeah. What if you can get out, but I can't?
I'm not going to leave without you.
What precinct are you with?
I will rattle off, not the one that I'm actually with, but like the next one over.
Give me a manipulation and subterfuge.
I can do those things. Let me look at my seeming curse, because it might not. Nope. Empathy and expression, this is neither one of those. All right.
Nope, it's not.
3 successes.
Okay. He seems to take whatever you say at more or less face value. Okay. And he'll lead you further down and in.
And while we're walking, I'm just gonna be like sweeping the flashlight in such a way that I can look at the walls and look at the doors and everything as we're walking and see if anything, if this makes sense as a building. Like if there are class names or bulletin boards or things like that, or if they have been changed so that they don't actually make sense for the building they're in.
The building itself seems to be it makes sense for what you would expect you were supposed to be entering into, in that it's what would have been, under normal circumstances, a middle school focus with a strong arts program.
Okay.
That you are now trying to make your way through a large, rather significantly large middle school, of which you are in the upper levels, and has apparently suffered some very significant structural damage. There are areas where there's debris and things blocking your path. It's as though there was a large natural disaster.
Yeah.
And you're trying to make your way through a damaged building.
And does the scale of this match with the building that I was outside of a few minutes ago?
Yeah, except for the fact that you're on a higher level than you thought. You came in more or less at ground level.
Yeah.
I mean, there were stairs leading up, as it's a large civic building with... But right, and yeah, it's mostly that there was a natural disaster that you don't remember experiencing, and you're on the wrong floor. Yeah. Those are the only two really weird things that you can see right in front of you.
All right, so there's not anything.
Then there's the weirder bits about how apparently you have this kid's dad's police badge, and he's Logan Carver, apparently
child of
John Carver's son. That's really weird, but that don't have anything to do with the building.
That I'm not concerned with dealing with right now, because I'm more concerned with trying to figure out. Apparently, there are a bunch of kids in this building, in addition to other people, some sort of inspector team. A disaster happened. This kid's alone, and there are things in the hallway. I'm more concerned with those right now, and less concerned with my fetch's child.
Okay.
Priority.
Sounds good.
Priority.
All right. Moving back to Phage.
And just to clarify, there's not any there's not any oh yeah, no, here's a bulletin board with art, but all the art is of Cthulhu or
No, not that you've seen.
Okay.
Perfectly normal.
Yet.
Everything is normal here.
So yeah, then we'll just be heading towards the stairs. The other stairs.
Yep. So Phage and Liz.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Liz, you're trying to paint something.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I want you to give me an intelligence and crafts -3.
Okay. And I am activating with a glamour fickle fate. So that's going to curse the thing that's following us.
Okay.
Briefly. We'll spend a glamour.
That's in your contracts of hearth, right?
Yes. Uh-huh. It gets a -2 on the next attempted action. And that was intelligence and crafts?
Yes.
Okay.
Intelligence and crafts -3 because you're blind.
Okay. And I'm going to spend a willpower on that to cancel that out. Three successes.
Okay. So you're trying to paint by touch this door to try and make it so that give me an intelligence and occult roll.
Okay. Yeah, I was basically I'm trying to block this or slow it down and curse it as it goes through.
-2, because this is not something that you're super familiar with.
All right. 4 successes.
Okay. You're definitely aware of various things that you can come up with in terms of these are either curse runes or icons or symbols that might be a way to repel something, but nothing that you can think of that's going for a specific entity that you, because you can't, you don't know what you're going with, but you've got a ton of ideas. You know, you don't know if any of those are particularly associated with whatever it is that might be coming after you, but
I'm trying a
we've
bunch
got
of different
lots
things.
we got lots of ideas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you're blind and you're not sure if you're painting them on the right parts of the doorway, but you're definitely getting what you can done. Faith. Yeah, you're in basically a prop slash materials room, and you're injured, you're hungry, but you don't have time and you feel like you need to keep moving, and you're the only other changeling that you're with is apparently painting on the walls, badly injured, blind, and has decided to take the time to stop and do a little bit of arts and crafts.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Liz, are you sure that's going to help?
Yes, it's gonna stop it. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know.
Sure. Okay, so you're not sure.
Yes.
Do it quick, and we need to move now.
I am. I'm going as fast as I can. This takes time. All right. I finished dotting an I.
And she looks over at the kids. You said there's another way out of here.
Yeah, we go past the props room, and then we can get out into the hall again.
Okay. Show me.
Okay. Shouldn't we make sure that she comes along?
I'll be keeping an eye on her. Just show me where the door is at.
Well, it's down, and they point to an area that's past just a series of boxes that have a large amount of junken material in them. And you can see a little ways down the room. There's a door just with a simple doorknob to it.
All right. And she absentmindedly just grabs a piece of the food that she had grabbed and just basically scarfs it in one bite. And all right, Liz, are you almost done?
Yes, I think it. Does it look okay?
I honestly don't know, so I don't know what you're aiming for.
Okay.
It's
okay.
A weird icon of.
It's a giant eyeball in the middle and a bunch of there's a circle around it and just it's bizarre.
It looks like you did what you came to do. So let's go. And I start to grab her and start to help her move.
Okay. So you guys push down through and the door opens into another school hallway, also dark. As you guys are making your way through, Nora and Ava go rigid again.
Oh no.
Oh. Probably this way. And Phage, as you sort of push everybody through, you suddenly hear a voice behind you.
Is that like directly behind me?
Are with me. Yeah, it's difficult to judge the distance.
I look over where the kids should be.
They are ahead of you. This voice is coming from behind you, back towards where Liz is, still painting away. She seems a little further away than she.
Hadn't I?
The room is
pulling her with me.
I don't know. Were you? If you were trying to.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah,
So you didn't
yeah.
just leave her to
We
finish
waited
what she
and
was
then-
doing?
Yeah, I'd given her a couple of seconds, and then it was like, "Had you finished? Okay, looks like you did what you came to do." And I start pulling her with me.
Oh, okay, so you're the last one in the room.
Yeah.
You're the one who's in the back pushing
Yes.
everybody through. Okay.
Yes.
The room seems to have extended a bit beyond what it should have. Whatever it was that she drew on the wall seems a little further away. It's this very sort of weird kind of almost like film special effect where perspectives have altered.
Matrix extending hallway.
Right, kind of, yeah.
And do I see anything in the room?
You see the door that you guys had originally come through, the one that led back towards the paint room, has been melted a little bit almost. It's starting to liquefy in a strange way.
That's not good.
And then in front of you is another school hallway leading out in two different directions, going left and right from where you're at.
right.
It's not good. What's going on?
Girls, which way is out?
Always around. Out to our kingdom again.
Let's get them moving.
No.
Just get down the hallway.
No, maybe we shouldn't go out that door. What if we go... Is there any... what if we go through a window?
Find one. I trust you to lead. Just get them moving.
I
Liz,
can't...
everything is dark.
I can't,
You can't
see anything.
See anything.
All right. I point her down the opposite direction of the hallway, and I put both the kids' hands in her hands. Keep going that way. I'll be right behind you.
Okay. Where are you going?
I'm staying behind you. I'm just keeping a couple paces
Again?
back.
So Liz,
Okay,
you
don't
can
grab me again.
feel a hand each in your hands,
Hmm.
and everything is dark.
Come on.
Yep.
Just keep moving forward.
Don't grab me again. I'm gonna walk forward.
All right.
Yep. You get about 3 steps, and you smack very painfully into the wall opposite you.
Oh,
Ow.
You all right?
Ow.
That nail hit the wall and
Mm.
drove deeper into your eye. I need you to take another lethal.
Okay. I'm at -2.
yeah. Not the best way to guide a blind person.
Nope. Grab. I'm gonna reach out for the wall. I'm gonna grab a hold of like a pocket or something. I need hands.
All right. I
gonna-
grab a hold of her pocket.
I'm gonna let go of the kids. All right. Can't see anything. Right. We're gonna go. Actually, Phage, there's string. I'm gonna reach in and grab. I have various balls of yarn, and I'm gonna grab one. Is there any sort of? It's just wall right here. I'm gonna reach around and try and find any sort of thing that I can tie the yarn off on. We're gonna maze this shit.
Okay. So in front of you, you feel just smooth wall. That's all you can feel. Yeah.
Do I
Okay.
see anything that she could anchor the string to?
There's the doorknob of the door that you guys have just opened out into this hallway. There are a few lockers and but everything else, I mean, it's basically the interior of a school hallway. If you're looking for it, it's a drop ceiling with ceiling tile on the inside of the room behind you, and then above you also in this area.
Do you want a locker? Do you want the door? You want some of the ceiling tiles?
Locker.
I just guide her hand, not grabbing her, but just guiding her hand to the nearest locker.
Yeah, and lockers. If these are the kind of lockers with a loop with a hole for the lock to go through, I'm gonna tie a string along that.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start going right first. Let's go right.
Okay.
I'm gonna lead the string along behind us.
Okay. Phage, as you guys begin to maneuver down this hallway, you glance back. The room is once again back in the same proportions that it should be. But you see that hand reaching around and just clutching on the inside, and you just slam the door. You're not sure who it is or what they're doing or how close they are, but you know that if you stick around here much longer, that thing is close.
Let's keep moving.
Yep.
Neofly.
Yep.
You are at the bottom of these emergency stairs in this blood-spattered staircase. You hear Adele close the door on the level above you. What are the two of you guys planning on doing?
Question: how long have we been away from sunlight?
It's probably about at least a good hour and a half after sundown at this point.
Adele, I need you to get dark. Stay in the shadows as much as you can. This is basically me telling her to enact a contract.
Okay. I can absolutely do that. Would you like to share with the rest of the class your plan?
I just need you to stay close to the kids as to keep them protected, and I'll you flank the back and I'll keep it in the front. We just have to try to stay together as a unit.
I sort of...
Are you referencing a particular contract?
Shadow Patch. Shadow Patch.
Shadow Patch.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. That is potentially a thing I don't have. There are other things that definitely do though. But she drifts down, leans in close so as not to let her voice carry to the kids and say, I do need to express that traditionally in situations like this, I am not good at keeping other people alive. I don't have a great track record in that manner. I am approximately 0 for countless.
As long as you can keep yourself alive, that's what I'm worried about. I'll try to keep the kids alive. I just need you to stay close to them. And
Very
keep your eye out.
And Nero, as you hear Adele say this,
Miro or Neo?
or sorry, Neo. Neo, as you hear Adele say this, that she is not great at keeping other people alive, you hear Carter, the kid that was assigned to you.
Oh no.
Huh. Yeah, I think he wants to keep somebody in particular alive. She's not gonna, though.
What are you talking about?
Oh dear.
And as you look over, you see that, you know that notebook that he's got all the terrible drawings of Sonic the Hedgehog in? He's pulled it to a blank page, and he's swiped blood off of the wall and has drawn the picture of a butterfly in, and then just a single line through it.
I think if he were to look up at me, he would see the my pupils dilate in such a way where I kind of start to lose grip of sense, or should I be saying I start to get visibly angry at that. I'd like my breathing starts to thicken, and my hand begins to shake. Both my hands begin to shake as my eyes are kind of wide, and I quickly turn my
Adele
eyes.
puts a hand on your shoulder. Breathe.
Where are we going?
He he takes another deep breath. Just stay close. And he kind of just begins, and he slowly kind of pushes the door kind of just to open as he keeps the gun pointed, or using the hand with his flashlight and just keeping the gun directed.
Okay. So you push out, and the hall in front of you is much better illuminated here. You can actually see some lights, and it's one more of these classroom hallways with classrooms, I should say, off each side, and then a single exit sign at the very far end, with a pair of double doors that look like they lead outside, to the exterior of the building itself.
Okay.
And then down the other way, still well illuminated, that one sort of extends towards the inside of the school, and you once again hear from the far end of that way. Not the end towards the outdoor doors, the other end.
My gaze is directly towards the outdoor doors, and I'm just saying, Adele, we need to get the kids out that way.
Meanwhile, while he went down,
Mm-hmm.
Adele, it was Carver.
Carter is the one with
Carter is the one, yeah.
the notebook, and then Harper is the one in the pink blouse and who likes kittens.
Adele walks over to Carter and leans down and sort of in his face, reaches over and pats his cheek. Little one, I don't know if you're secretly evil or if there's someone speaking through you. Either way, I'm sure I will be heard. You can have all the fun you like. But I'm much scarier than you will ever be. So, stopping would be good. And she sits up, puts her hand on both of the kids and like, let's go. Oh, here's, let's go this way.
Okay. And as you do that, they both follow you very, very, very quickly as you push towards, right. And then Harper pauses. Adele, you know those kittens?
Yes.
Those were mine.
Uh-huh. Yes, they were.
I'll be right back.
Grab.
Am I hearing this going on?
Oh yeah, they're like a step and a half behind you.
I was like, the idea. It's like you hear that sentence and just immediately like bullet. No.
Yeah, and I was.
You are
yeah,
not going anywhere.
No, what I'm doing is I'm going to turn around and point my gun directly to Harper.
Oh god!
I don't.
Neo Fly is the worst child care provider in the
Neo?
world.
Listen, I'm with Adele.
Please put the firearm away. We do not need to murder the children yet.
Yet.
Darkling Babysitter Club.
Darklings, folks.
Welcome to Darkling 101. My finger isn't as itchy as you think it is, so we'll keep it out, but
Just keep it pointed away from the little. For now.
I pointed at a lower direction, still in Harper's vicinity.
On the ground in front of Harper.
Yeah, not to her head.
Let's await. Quickly.
Okay.
If this little bitch tries to run away, I'm throwing her ass over my shoulder. I don't care that I have a strength of 1. I will crawl with her over my shoulder.
Actually, you know what? Actually, you know what? While this is going on, I want to enact my first darkness contract, Creeping Dread, on the children. Because I don't trust them.
I mean, you're only doing what I was considering doing. So
glad we're on the same page.
All right.
Meanwhile, I'm just walking back and forth down a fucking hallway. It's like, do. Well, nothing's here.
All right. So, you can either spend, since you don't qualify for the catch on Creature Dread at the moment, you can either spend 1 glamour and affect one of the children, or you can affect 2 glamour and a willpower, and you can affect everybody within 3 yards.
Let's go 1 glamour and let's use it on Sonic Boy.
All right. You will need to roll manipulation and your weird.
Minus
his resolve, which is currently 1.
Beautiful. You said manipulation and weird?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. No, wait, no, not 9 again. Let's not do that.
Let's see. Oh, hang on a second. Before you roll, you also get a +2 to the roll because the target is already you would consider him somewhat afraid.
So it would just be a
Why would
+1?
that be?
So it would be So
Just
you
a
would
plus
just
one.
get a
This isn't a
solid. So it would be a
blood-covered
manipulation and weird
hallway,
+1.
right?
Got it.
They are.
Mhm.
2 successes.
Okay. So he will have a minus. What your weird is 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He will have a -2 to any
Any
let me
Intim-
intimidation, right? Any rolls
intimidation.
to resist fear or intimidation from in the current situation, he will be at a -2. So yeah, that is considered activated. Well done there. All right, and you guys are headed out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shifting back to Mira specifically. Mira, as you are pushing down this hallway, looking for a way towards the safety exit out, you come towards the stairs, and there is a moment where you suddenly pause as you feel sorry, let me find her name. Olivia. Stop. I think this is where we're supposed to get out. This is where they said we would need to be for the safety thing.
I look around, see if there's any exits or any exit signs, that sort of thing.
She's got her injured hand pointed towards with the little bandage wrapped around it, pointed towards the door. As you guys have gotten sort of towards the end of this hall, negotiating your way around the more hazardous aspects and the ragged sort of rubble and all the weird smaller sort of thorny plants that have grown up out of the sort of cobblestone.
Yeah. I'll push the door open, being prepared for sudden drop-offs, because that has happened before.
Right. So you push the door open, and there is actually a very sudden precipitous drop-off there at the edge. And right where there should have been stairs leading down right in front of you, it's a very sudden drop-off. At which point, Olivia slams into the back of you with both hands open, attempting to push you over the edge.
Do I have any way of resisting that, like a stamina roll or something?
You can give me a stamina and athletics -2.
Okay. Is this something I can spend willpower on?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
versus her strength and athletics, plus 1. I want to say is what she's got. So you'll make your stamina athletics -2 plus your 3 from your willpower, and then she will be rolling against you for her.
Oh, sorry, I mismarked the willpower.
It's a contest. This will be a contested roll.
Okay. No, I meant I almost submitted it with the wrong stats. It's a +1 total, not a +3 total.
Gotcha. Yes, that would be correct.
Yeah, it's 4 successes.
Well done.
That is where my dice are.
Yep. So let me roll hers, and she is going to spend a willpower as well. Nope. There we go. Thank you. Okay, cool. All right, so she only gets 3 successes. So you are at a net 1. So you are teetering on the edge there, and but holding her off. And you see her look up at you and sigh. Well, I suppose this was to be expected. And you see her tear off the bandage that you had put on her with strangely elongated canine teeth currently, and reveal a very uninjured palm. I suppose that you've been very helpful, and I should say thank you, but I'm afraid I've better things to do. And at that point, she slips past you and instead throws herself off and vanishes into the darkness.
Oh, good. That's what I was going to do to her. Now I don't have to be the one who did that.
At which point, we shift over to Lark.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Lark, you have been trying to take Emma down the towards the scream that you had heard. As you do so and make your way through the area, there is a sudden flash of light. Give me a composure and weird -2 roll.
Zero.
Okay. And you suddenly see in this flash of light, Emma jerk her hand out of yours and pull away. With a shout that surprisingly doesn't seem to to resonate in the same sense as you would expect in this weird sense and this weird region and destroyed area of rubble that you guys have been attempting to navigate your way through. And you don't see where this light comes from as she simply pulls away.
Do I see, like, is she pulling towards the light, or?
She is attempting to simply make distance between you and her. As this very bright illumination has sort of erupted around and consumed the immediate area. It's over, she yells.
What's over?
At which point, we switch to Phage and Liz.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have been trying to move down this hallway towards where?
Any sort of exterior window. Yeah, because there was I heard sound or something from a door. Actually, I'd probably be looking for anything at this point because I don't know what's been going on. Because I've just been hearing sounds. Yeah,
right.
Any sort of exterior window or a door. Any sort of change in the hallway, anything.
And Phage, as the individual of the two of you that can see, you had seen the white hand come around before the door shut behind you, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And where were you guys going? Where were you trying to lead everybody down this hallway?
I was mostly letting Liz lead and staying behind just to keep myself at the back of the pack.
Okay.
And if Liz tells me to look out for doors and windows, I will be doing that.
Yep. Doors, windows. Okay. Current theory is because weird stuff has been happening. Can I use Pathfinder, which is one of the contracts of Dream,
right?
For travel through the hedge to find an exit?
Okay. Go ahead and you would need to roll to use Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm. And do I meet the catch with a nail in my eye? Does that count?
No. No. The nail is a nail.
Okay. All right.
So you'll need to roll a glamour and roll intelligence and weird.
Okay. Intelligence and weird. And I'm at -2 right now, so I'm going to spend another willpower on this for +3. 2 successes.
Okay. As you try and grab onto that sense of understanding and in nature of the hedge around you, you suddenly feel the nail drop out of your eye. And you can't per se divine any facts about the hedge around you, particularly currently, because you come away with a sense that, oh, I'm not in the hedge. This is the real.
Okay. Well, that's important to know too, because Liz is never entirely sure if things are real. So that's good.
Okay. As for the pair of you, an enormous flash of light also bursts into existence around you.
And someone's phone
sorry.
goes off.
As at that point, we will go to a break.
All right, we're back in a minute. And we're back.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Before the break, people were investigating the Samhain Festival haunted middle school. Some of them were starting to approach the end of their autumn-induced arc, as evidenced by the large flash of light. And some of them are still in the process. So let's go to Nero.
Cool.
Wandering around, looking for a way out, somehow on the third floor. So, Logan says,
Yep.
the things I was telling you about, they might be people.
The things in the hallway?
Like, some of them walk on two legs and some of them don't. And not like ostrich two legs, like people two legs.
Okay. Have we seen any evidence of anybody else other than us as we've been walking the hallways?
Give me a wits and composure. Slightly retroactive wits and composure.
Da, 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 da. Under. Three successes.
So you're kind of thinking back on this, like, have I seen? And then he points out, he's like, and then there's shit like that. And you watch as a number of small blood spatters, seemingly coming from out of nowhere, freshly fall to the floor in a sequence. Coming out of a door, going across the hall, stopping at the opposite wall, and then sort of muddling about and heading back past you another direction from whence you came.
I just sort of like follow it with the flashlight.
And then there's a pa-ting, ting, ting, ting.
As something hits the ground.
10-penny nail.
I walk over and pick it up.
Looks like a nail.
Is it like covered
There's
in blood? Or...
blood all over.
Yeah. If just looking at the blood trail, I just sort of wave my hand through the area where theoretically whatever was causing it would be standing.
Source.
Yeah.
Yeah. Resistance.
I sort of tilt my head. Can I get any sort of read on what this might be?
Give me a wits and investigation -3.
Can I use a willpower on this?
Sure.
I'll use a willpower. 2 successes.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, it seems like you're witnessing an injured being that was apparently stabbed by a nail. Just, we're missing everything but the victim. Or, I mean, we have everything but the victim.
So just sort of like looking at the blood trail and the nail here, we'll say out loud. This seems like we're looking at all the ancillary effects of somebody who has been injured passing by us without the actual injured person.
What's that about?
No idea. I say holding up the nail.
That's gross.
Yeah. Lots of weird shit's happening right now.
You use bad words.
Yes, I do.
Can I?
Feel free.
Fuck.
We are
Kind of feels a little,
terrible at
obviously a little bit proud of himself for that.
Does the blood trail seem to continue on, or does it just stop?
After the nail, it stops.
I'll head over towards that door and just sort of pull it open and look inside.
Looks like a prop room to a backstage.
I'll wave him over. Does this make sense for where we're trying to get to? Should this be here?
That's the auditorium. That's supposed to be... No, it does not make sense.
All right. With this being here, does that change the direction we should be going?
It might, actually. If this is the theater, then we want to go... We've been trying to get outside this entire time, and we've found everything but.
What's the innermost room of the... What's the central room of the school?
Science lab?
Let's try to go to the
guess.
science lab.
Okay, that's this way.
Well, we will
begin to
walk
walk off.
towards the science lab and see if that changes where we end up.
Okay. So I think the only people left are Phage and Liz.
No, we were the last ones that got hit with
You were the
light.
last.
Yep.
Adele and
Okay.
Neofly.
Del Neofly.
Adele and Neofly. Yep. Mm-hmm. So you guys are standing in a hallway with a gun and a scared Carter and a creepy Harper and Adele being the voice of let's not use violence and reason.
That's how you know this shit went sideways.
It went super south.
So, what is the plan?
Come along, children, let's go. Everything will be okay as long as you come with me.
And
No,
heads on
no.
top of their skulls, squeezing occasionally.
Now is
Oh
Adele
no, holding on to wrists.
now is Adele going towards the kittens or is she going outside?
Going towards what?
Are you going towards the direction of the kittens or are you going outside towards the double doors?
No, she's heading towards the kitten.
With the kids in tow.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I don't.
So Adele begins to maneuver down the hallway, away from the exterior doors towards the kittens. And the entire aspect of the school that you guys can see from inside alters just slightly. The lights kind of flare a little bit. They don't get much brighter, but it's almost like somebody just turned up the Abrams, if you know what I mean. And it's almost as though the saturation, whoever the cinematographer is here, is just really mucking around with shit.
Okay.
And you walk, and you walk, and you walk. And as you come around the corner, once again, there's those eyes in the distance catching that glint of illumination to where that feline aspect just reflects off. Adele, you're staring down about 15 fey kittens with a kid in each hand. What's your play?
How many bullets do you have?
That's a very good question. How many bullets does this gun hold? 'Cause, let's see. Oh, 5. I have 5.
How good of a shot are you?
Let's see. I could do pretty well.
I'm going to reach here, Neophi, but
Mm-hmm.
is it conceivable if you drop to the ground? I am admittedly no expert in how guns work, although I am fairly good in understanding how they feel.
Uh-huh.
If conceivably you were to drop to the ground and shoot at that level, could you potentially hit more than one with one bullet? I believe they call it cleaving.
Is there any kind of roll that I can make to kind of figure that out?
So with a handgun, not so much. What Adele is talking about is more accurately aerial denial or auto fire or something like that, where you suppressive. She's thinking about suppressive, where basically everybody has a chance of getting hit if you're in a certain area. You'd need an automatic weapon for that.
Or a high-powered rifle that can penetrate.
Well,
There aren't really penetration rules in World of Darkness, unfortunately. I mean, except for cover.
There should be.
What happens
What?
when a 50 cal bullet goes through a fake kitten?
well, unfortunately, the only way
Same thing
that
happens to everything else.
yeah, I kind of just went towards Adele and said, well, unfortunately, the only way that would work is if I had an automatic weapon, but this isn't
Okay.
it.
Very well. I have unfortunate news for you.
Okay.
And Carver's hand. Carver gets pulled back towards Neo. You're going to need to carry that one through.
Through the kittens?
Yes, as she's picking up Hannah.
Okay. Carver, get on my back now.
Okay. Scramble, scramble, scramble.
Okay.
And when she grabs Hannah, holding her sort of like this, takes a moment, pulls back, and looks her dead in the eyes. We're going to get through this all right. That said, if you intentionally screw me on this, you will wish you had never been born. Now hold tight, dear.
All right. Well then, let's have a pair of dexterity and athletics rolls. I give you a
that's gonna
-1
go
for
great.
carrying kids.
Good thing I got a couple willpower points left.
Yeah.
-1.
A -1 for the kid. Yep.
That'll make it 2 or plus. Yeah.
didn't roll that
'cause
one.
it's on attack roll.
Yep.
Okay. Dexterity, athletics.
You said dexterity and athletics -1.
Yep. You can spend willpower if you like.
Well,
Yep. That's about what I figured.
You rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Oh boy.
1, 2, 3.
okay.
It's-
Yeah,
That's how many
fine.
kittens eat you.
I'm gonna spend that willpower.
1.
What?
3.
Oh.
Boy, hold on.
No.
Wait a minute.
So the two of you
So bad.
acting as changeling shields for these unwitting, innocent middle schoolers, if
How
there
many
is such a thing.
minutes does it take to get to the center of the dark?
About to find out.
Yep.
Both of you take 3 lethal.
Oh, good. Well,
Turns out it took 3 lethal to get to the center of that darkling.
so that's and then overflow bashing becomes lethal, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I have 3 bashing and 4 lethal now.
Okay.
Drunk.
Right.
Uh,
And there is another enormous flash of light, both for Adele, for Neofly, and for Nero. And you all start awake, all 7 of you, seated in folding chairs, all with a slumbering middle schooler just kind of leaning up against your shoulder. All of your lethal damage is gone. Your bashing damage remains. As everybody sort of just stirs and looks around a little bit.
I would like to gauge what room I'm in.
You are in a room that you have never seen before. You're in an auditorium, sitting in a folding chair. You, Nero, are kind of off to the side a little bit. You're in an isolated chair, just you by yourself. Glancing around, you can see the other members of your motley sort of stirring to wakefulness, each with a student, apparently somebody who goes to this school, sitting next to them, still asleep. You don't have anybody next to you.
Do I see Logan anywhere in the room?
Do not.
As I wake up, looking around the room, do I see any other changelings aside from my motley waking up?
Oh, pretty much everybody. Yeah, everybody's awake and looking around, and there's a beat for a
That was
moment.
crazy.
fuck.
And John Coffin stands up and gestures out to the sides as a number of autumn courtiers file onto the stage, and the room just erupts in applause.
I applaud. I
I
am
put
very satisfied.
if I still have my gun out, I put it back and
You do not have your gun out.
okay,
Nope.
okay, good. I'm gonna golf clap.
They-
There's
Sitting there,
polite.
There's 2 or 3 plates of food on your lap. You could have sworn part of this you have already eaten once before tonight.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
As I look around the room, how many changelings seem particularly nonplussed or shaken by these events?
20% at the very most.
I'm actually curious, aside from giving my very enthusiastic, happy, good for you applause. It genuinely isn't meant as condescending, but it very much might read that way. I'm trying to subtly gauge how the rest of the motley is doing.
Give me a wits and empathy roll.
Off that. I need to off that so badly.
I'm just scanning the room and seeing, because I'm really fucking.
I'm trying to see if there's an opening to get my hands on John Coffin.
Can I use a willpower? I mean,
Yes, you
one
can,
of your
Aaron.
friends is
Go
on
right
a
ahead.
date with him right now, so that might work.
No, not the satyr dude, John Coffin.
Oh,
I'm looking at the royalty of the court to see, because we were told that we were being particularly watched, and so I'm trying to gauge that
Okay.
assessment.
So, Mira, who are you most trying to get a read on
let's see.
in your motley?
Aaron needs to think about this for a second. I don't know that
Okay.
Nero is there necessarily. Who? Lark and Adele are the 2 autumn folks.
And
Yes.
Bliss.
And
And
Oh,
Liz.
right. Lark, Adele, and Liz are all autumn. Probably Nero. Neo. Neo.
Okay. So, Neofly, as you're waking up, what is your general emotional state currently?
my emotional state in my mind is, oh fuck! I'm pretty shook. You could say that I'm quite shook.
Okay.
Scared. Like,
Yep.
no.
Neo has been shaketh.
Yeah.
So that's what you as Mira glances over at Neofly.
She can see.
Yes.
She can.
This experience
Yeah.
had an impact on him.
Yeah, you can see his eyes like just blinking fast, and
All right.
his pupils are well, you probably can't see it
Okay.
from that far. His pupils kind of dilating, but he's just like heavy breath, eyes blinking fast, just looking around to see where he is.
Neo has been.
All right. But as you guys wake up, the students are very quickly drawn out of the room, taken to wherever it is that they're off to.
Wait, can I leave something with mine?
You can try.
All right.
Go
I
ahead
want
and.
to-
Is it something that's already been made?
No, I just want to leave her a piece of string, the closest I think to what I had in my in this nightmare. Don't know if it's gonna look exactly what it was, but I want to leave her a piece of string. I want to cut something off and like tie it to her somewhere for her to
Okay.
find.
Give me a dexterity and subterfuge.
Okay.
Or larceny, sorry. Dexterity and larceny.
All right.
Subterfuge is for when you're trying to convince her that it's not a piece of string.
Mm-hmm. 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah, no. Pretty easily. You whip out a piece of yarn or string or whatever, knot it together into something real quick,
Yep.
slip it around her wrist, tie
Yep.
it off real. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You basically forcibly friendship
Yes.
braceleted this kid. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Uh-huh. Perfect.
Yes. No, Ava definitely has a new accoutrement around her. Let's see, that'd be her right hand wrist, I believe. Yes.
Yep. Perfect. Okay.
Yep.
So my question would be, how obvious does it look like that Phage is about to go after?
John
Well,
Coffin.
we'll have to see, because there's a couple other things to handle first as well.
Mhm.
Everyone receives 4 glamour.
Oh.
Does that include? Did we still spend glamour in that dream?
You definitely spent glamour in the dream, yes.
Okay.
No, I
But
didn't. I
everybody-
didn't actually ever spend any.
I was just
Yeah,
asking
you
for those of us who
spent-
did.
right, yeah. But those who spent, you did spend it. But you get 4.
I get
Uh,
I get back most of what I spent, plus a little bit.
You for the 3 autumn courtiers, you will have a single extra die to all contested social roles for the next week, as long as it's contested against someone who is not in the autumn court.
Sweet.
So if you're interacting with a winter, spring, or summer courtier, and it's a contested social role, you'll have a single die advantage. Non-autumn courtiers, for the next 2 sessions that we run in game, you will be eligible to purchase autumn goodwill for 1 XP cheaper than the normal rate. If that's something you're interested in buying.
Okay.
I don't even know where I would note that down.
I mean, I believe there's a lot of blank sections.
I
where you
just
can
threw
put
it in
that.
the. I just threw mine in Harvest. 'Cause-
I mean, mine's in vehicles because I don't have any.
Yeah.
I
have-
can create a notes section.
Right. Yeah. Goodwill is a merit, though, so that's where it would be. If you do buy it, that's where it will be.
Yeah. I
Yep.
was talking about that you can purchase on Goodwill for 1 cheaper.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The rest of the evening is yours.
Okay.
So
What
if
I-
Phage is about to go spare on somebody, wits and empathy if you're trying to notice.
It doesn't
Phage,
see-
it'll
it
be
doesn't-
wits.
Go on.
It'll be wits and socialize to see if you can find an opening for Coffin.
Yes.
Do I also
will
get to make
spend
that
a
wits and
willpower.
empathy, given I was specifically looking, or no?
Anybody can.
2
Okay.
successes.
Absolutely anybody can.
If it seems like people are disbanding, I will stand up from where I found myself and walk over towards my motley.
It's a success.
Damn nut.
Let me.
All right. Phage, if you're trying to keep your intentions close to the vest, that will be manipulation and subterfuge.
She is, at the very least, just from
Well,
John
we're
Coffin,
fucked.
so 4 successes.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Phage is a
Phage
manipulation.
Cool as a cucumber. But after a moment or two, you think you can find an opening for Coffin.
And so it's just kind of like walk up nonchalantly. An excellent showing tonight, Mr. Coffin. If I could just have a quick word with you.
Of course.
And she just, in a flash of motion, pulls a small leaf out of her belt, brushes it across a small tub, brushes it against his chin, and just very quickly mutters, "Grow fast, grow full, by blood and pool, grow long, go strong, to you belong."
And you guys all see as John Coffin erupts in an enormous, would be the envy of any Seattle hipster beard. We're talking
Leif Erikson red.
ZZ Top. And you said what?
Leif Erikson red.
Yes.
And she just turns and walks off and looks over her shoulder, gives him a wink. Remember who serves your drinks, you shite.
And John is slightly taken aback. Then he kind of strokes the beard. And then you see him go over to, I honestly don't think any of you guys have met them yet. Where is he? No. Another wizened, who seems to be almost of the same kith as Coffin, murmurs something to him. An individual reaches into a coat pocket and just pulls out the most enormous cigar any of you have seen for a very long time. John grabs it, lights it up, and just struts off through the crowd. Apparently having definitely gotten the point across, but is rolling with this just to see how long he can pull it off.
I was gonna say, yeah.
That's beautiful.
So, Sans Face, did you go back towards the motley, or did you just leave?
Yeah, she's leaving.
All right, so Sans Phage, I walk up to the motley. Hey, everybody.
Adele
Oh.
wants to try and stop Phage from once again walking away from the group.
I mean,
Okay.
if you move to stop her, she'll stop. Oh, hey, Adele,
Yes.
sorry.
You're awake.
Quite all right. Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Why are you constantly running away from this group at every chance?
No, actually, it's just tonight because I need to go talk to someone who I have a very close personal relationship with.
You
and I need
do
to blow
too,
some steam
Adele.
off.
I would gladly explain why, and I acknowledge that I do. One of us is not acknowledging it. This is not the first time.
Yes, this is the second time. Last time I needed to go blow some steam off too.
Very well.
If you're interested, I'm going to go see my girlfriend. Thank you.
Have fun.
Oh.
Neo puts his thumb out. Just like,
Oh my God.
Adele just like
Standing awkwardly off to one side, I just sort of look between Phage and Adele.
okay.
right, she's not
She's leaving.
stopping at that
Which
point.
vehicle is Phage's? Because I feel like some of us may be without a ride home now.
It's her she came here on her
It's on
It's on the
motorcycle.
motorcycle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phage has her motorcycle. She's not going to
Yeah.
be leaving anybody hanging high and dry.
hmm
Lark. At this point, you see someone coming up to you. It's Will Starkers, the one that you and Neofly talked to in the bar
Mhm.
a little. He's looking a little tired, a little worn, but he's cheerful. Got a thing for you. Found a lead on where Cocklebear's been shrouding himself, and he puts a little piece of paper in your hand. There's a girl named Jerry who apparently knows where to find him, and this is what she gave me for contact info. So, if you want to pass that along to Tall, Dark, and Broody over there, and best of luck. We'll
All right.
see what we can do.
Thank you very much for the help.
Anytime.
Does the people that are here look actively like busted up and bruised from whatever happened with the Zeppelin previously?
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit. She got makeup on.
Can I tell? Oh, like through the makeup, or
Give me a wits and investigation.
I did a decent job
You
helping
did a
with
decent
that.
job. Yeah.
And the number
I
of
have 4
successes you
points of
got
bashing. Or 3.
will set the
bashing.
difficulty for this.
Yeah.
0 successes.
Yeah, no, I mean, she looks like she just woke up from kind of a weird dream thing, but otherwise, mostly fine.
All right. So looking at the group. So what I miss?
A lot.
A whole
Oh.
lot.
We flew an airship.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm never getting in an airship again.
It went
Shit.
fine.
Okay then.
And we got information.
We should talk at some point.
Probably should. Yes.
Yes, please.
Also, I have no idea what just happened. I say, pointing at the group of people that had walked in, the autumn courtiers that had walked in previously. I
Oh.
apparently came late to the party and get any sort of info.
That's okay.
Well,
we
we're-
did not get information either. That is the point.
Okay.
We clearly dreaming. And
I figured it was a weird dream thing. I
uh-huh. And
just couldn't tell what kind.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's a wing. It's a night of confronting your fears in a festival held by the court that is about delving into the truth behind what we should fear the most.
I
I
was in
feel
an
like
empty school. I was in an empty third floor school building with a kid.
It's probably quite
Okay.
telling. I'm just
Wait.
not sure what it tells me.
did you have a kid?
No.
Whose was yours?
I don't know that he was real. I noticed you guys woke up next to kids. There was nobody next to me.
Okay. Who was your kid in the dream?
The son of my fetch.
That's not a thing.
Whoa.
However, to the best of my knowledge, although I haven't looked too far into this aspect of it, I don't believe your fetch has a family.
Good to know.
I'm not positive yet. I have not done in-person recon.
Good to know.
Adele, I want you to roll me an intelligence and occult -5.
Okay. Intelligence. Occult. I'm going to assume that ghost stories does not help, or
I'll actually let you use ghost stories on this one. Yeah.
really?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
and that makes it. God damn it! I can't remember how that's. Makes
Specialization
it-
gives you an extra die.
Yeah. Specialty gives you one more die.
Yeah. And
Intelligence-
do I
oh,
know?
not intelligence,
Die more.
so it's only -4.
Do I know what strange psychic part of
God.
neuropsyche might have spawned a child of his own fetch? I'm curious.
You can roll me an intelligence and occult -10.
Okay.
So a chance die.
I have. Yeah. Yeah.
You can roll
Oh,
a chance die.
Sure. Sure.
You can
I'll
roll a
go
chance
for it.
die.
Yeah.
That was almost
That
a
does
one.
That does not sound like a thing that it would happen. No.
This is very strange. All right.
It is very strange. It is very perplexing.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was
But
kind
yeah.
of just. It was kind of mostly just walking through dark, empty hallways. Although there was at one point we saw a door open and there was all the tertiary evidence of somebody having been injured coming through the door, but not actually a person. But it came out of like it was like a props room. A door opened and then there's like a trail of blood coming out down the hallway.
Give me a Nero. Give me a wits and investigation -2.
-2.
What? So I put things
2
together.
successes.
So you say this as you stick your hands in the pockets of your jacket. There's something hard and cylindrical in that one pocket.
I pull out
Yes.
a nail. I'm assuming.
Wait.
Yep.
Oh yeah, this ended up
That
like
was
sort of at
mine.
It fell out of nowhere at the end of the blood trail.
Yep. I popped it out.
Also,
I think.
apparently, I have a nail from
Of
a
what?
tree.
My eyeball.
That sounds legit.
Huh.
Why do I have a nail from a dream? It's sort of
Oh, because it wasn't exactly a dream, of course.
No. It hurt a lot. Can I see it?
I'll hand the nail over.
Well, I want to look at that.
If it came
that
out of your
sucker.
eye, I imagine you saw it quite closely already.
No, you kind of can't see when it's in there. I wanna look at this nail, and I wanna try and figure out if it's a modern nail, what's it made out of, anything about like what kind of nail
Okay.
is it? Because there are different kinds of nails.
Yes, there are. Let's see. I know that Nero, Adele, and Liz are here. Is anybody else gathered around looking at this nail thing?
Yeah.
Mira?
that's
I
fair.
was.
Lark?
I'm there. I'm there as well.
Okay. So the 6 of you can all roll wits and weird.
Sweet.
Whitson, that's weird.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wits, not wits empathy. One
Yeah.
success.
4
Guys,
successes.
I hate you
Two.
so much.
1 success.
Okay. So Adele, Lark,
Jesus.
yeah, that's a nail.
Hero.
Mira, Neofly, you guys are looking at it. Huh. I mean, it's not the weird. You've heard of dream stuff actually being able to be pulled out and made real stuff on occasion. So then probably just side effect of whatever dream sculpting happened. You know.
Hmm.
Liz, you're looking at it. There is something like, as the dream sort of expert of this group for the most part, that sort of thing is definitely I mean, you've heard of that happening before, but that sort of thing is definitely beyond the powers and capabilities of any of you 6 currently. And it would probably have taken a concentrated effort if it was one of the other changelings who may have been in the dream somehow, but doesn't really feel like anything.
Do I feel like
as you drop it into Lissa's hand, there's almost like you know how there's a spark of static sometimes when you brush fingertips with somebody?
Yeah.
There's a feeling almost akin to that. And you let your finger linger on that nail for just a bit longer just to confirm your suspicion. Yeah, that's cold iron. And that's where we're leaving it for tonight.
Brilliant. Cool. We'll see you guys next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.